I think the advantage that Canada has is we've been really working extremely hard on creating that framework for green investment.
Does Justin Trudeau, with his push on climate policy, endorse the notion of subsidies to expedite the green transition?
I think the advantage that Canada has is we've been really working extremely hard on creating that framework for green investment for 8 years now. And everyone's saying, oh, how are you going to respond to the IRA? My response is the IRA is a little bit of a response to what Canada's been doing and that the US fell behind on for 4 years under the previous administration, not looking at the incredible opportunities that come with climate leadership. So we're going to continue doing this. We put a price on pollution years ago that is continuing to increase, and it works because we return more money into the pockets of the average families, even as we put a price on carbon emissions. And that's something that both pushes industry in the right direction and makes Canadians feel like they're part of fighting climate change and growing the economy.
Carbon tax has helped Justin Trudeau win 2 elections. Are the results showing? Canada has policies, but are emissions reducing?
About a couple of weeks ago, the latest report shows that we are actually bending the curve, that we are on our way down, not just in absolute emissions, but in emissions intensity as well, even as our economy grows significantly. In Canada, for very real reasons, before we took office, Canada was seen as a laggard on fighting climate change, partially because we have a significant and important oil and gas sector. But what we've been able to do is demonstrate that the energy sector in Canada writ large, including oil and gas, is going to do well as we decarbonize, as we invest in things like CCUS, as we make the change towards hydrogen. There are tremendous opportunities to be ahead of the curve in where the global economy is going, and Canadian leadership is going to be a big part of that solution.
Trudeau suggested that Canada has been working on fighting climate change for a significant amount of time and has created a framework for green investment, also pointing out that the US fell behind under the previous administration, implying that Canada has been a leader in this industry. He also mentions that Canada put a price on pollution years ago and that it continues to increase. The policy helps to push industry in the right direction and also puts more money in the pockets of average families. He notes that the latest reports show that Canada is bending the curve on emissions, which means that the country is on a track to reduce emissions, a positive sign for Canada's climate efforts. And Trudeau argues that the energy sector in Canada, including oil and gas, can thrive even as the country decarbonizes, mentioning technologies like CCUS and hydrogen as opportunities for Canada to lead in the global economy while fighting climate change.